chips down. So Summoner's in a position to win big.
It might have influenced my decision, you know, to go with Faze. Not gonna lie, the return on Heroic just was not really too interesting there.
Yeah.
But we'll see how all that plays out, as it is going to be Faze with some aggression in Ivy. At least Twist setting up shop. He'll be the early warning system over here, and in the meantime, Rain holding aggressive brown halls. I like it.
The death throes of Train in the map pool. I do love playing me some Train, and I'll still be able to play it, so that's good. But maybe not for these players, but while they have it, let's see what they can do. Rain with a lovely one-tap into the B bomb site. Start as you mean to proceed. Traded, though, by Nexa.
Dude, Rain's got such clean headshots, and then he misses the follow-up, and that's so unfortunate. But Cold Zero's in the mix, actually managing to bring it back to a 3-on-3 here. Bomb is yet to get planted with a minute on the clock.
If they do manage to plant the bomb, there is a smoke on Nexa's body, which he did consider throwing earlier on. 2v1 at present, maybe the smoke is less relevant. Trying to escape with the bombers. Twist engages, and now things get super weird. 2v1 choosing to rotate to the A-bomb site, but Twist doesn't know just yet. He has a defuse kit in hand. You can see Nico holding the angle with the P250 as Hunter goes for the default plant spot. See where he goes.
Oh, this is so unfortunate for Twist. At least he has a kit, Kevlar, decoy, but he has picked up that kit. And so if he can get a 1v1 situation here and get on that bomb, get defusing, there could be a chance for some shenanigans. I mean, Nico and Hunter, I mean, these are the two heavy hitters from G2. Kovac, they're going to take him to court. Done. Nico, side of the head, Twist is gone, and G2 actually winning a pistol round. Before this, man, out of 14 pistol rounds on Train, they'd won 3. So they actually win the pistol round, G2, on Train. That's going to feel good.
That's a huge W. Really important stats there. Very promising stats of winning pistol rounds, but of course you also need to win that anti-force buy round as well. As you can see, that Faze have gone for that force buy. 2 scouts are out for Faze. If they can condition G2 to peak these tight channels, then maybe there's a chance for them. Big guns are out for G2 as they move quickly towards map control upper B at the very least. Double UMP and a single MAC-10. UMP slightly rising in popularity of late. Wouldn't go as far as to call it popular though. Of course, that damage drop-off was increased and then it fell out of favor with everybody all at once.
It was too good though. I mean, when you're legitimately thinking of taking a UMP over a rifle, then you know the gun is too strong, and it has to be adjusted.
That was very dependable. See, G2 are expectant of some aggression. There's a pop flash, easily avoided by Rain. Potential crossfire not required though, and they've got the bomb as well. Smoked off, this is a problem. G2 forcing their way forward with that UMP, but there's a trade, and that's not good enough. 4 versus 2, Carrigan will exchange fire, still at the advantage. Considering a Molotov into the smoke, trying to bait the push, and timing's not going to work out for him. Bomb can be rescued. Twist didn't realize he was exposed, and things are turning around now. Or are they? Nico with 21 HP in a 1 versus 2. Things become more difficult. It's an interesting approach from G2 to this area. Very awkward position for them. And indeed, I did say you have to win that consecutive round. That looks less likely now. It is Nico, though. 14 seconds with which to plant the bomb, and Brokey has a very easy angle from Ivy. Starting to peek now, and oh my god, there could be a chance to do it. He can't take a bullet though, that was so close! Has he got time to plant the bomb? We're about to find out. He could actually win this, I can't believe it. Cold Zero with 24 HP, and there it is. He should have never won that, but it's Nico, of course. And G2, by the skin of their teeth, escaped that situation.
Rain is just sitting there going, dude, what else do I have to do, guys? Told you his pistols are lethal. And so in the pistol round, gets 1, 2 kills with the Deagle, sets his team up for success, and yet somehow Faze, it seems like communication being in the issue there. Twist getting shot on the side of the head, no idea that he was vulnerable in that position. He gets caught for free, and that really starts the ball rolling for G2 in that situation, gets him back into this. So very weird round there for Faze and a frustrating loss. These are 2 rounds where I'm sure they feel like they could have won it. So now they just kind of need to buckle down and show us some true grit here, that they can take a beating and keep going.
Such little time on the clock. Absolutely brutal start to this game for Faze. On the CT side, no less, that was a great opportunity for things to speed up for them. This is a nothing round for them, or at least it should be. We'll see if that will be the case. There are 2 deals on deck for Faze. NiKo has taken some control of the Ivy area. Doesn't quite know what's clear and what's not. That'll certainly help. We've got 1 player in heaven. coldzera with a nice off angle. NiKo, of course, playing against many old teammates. See if he's in tune with their habits. Really nice off angle from coldzera, but will it pay off for him? He's almost the last player left. There's NiKo, ding and a donk, and down he goes.
Oh, that would have been sick. Not meant to be, though. Hunter continuing to collect kills. I mean, it is worth mentioning that going into this match, I mean, things do feel like after that bumpy time at the beginning of the roster change when NiKo first came on board, and they're like, okay, he's going to op. That wasn't part of the... They didn't stick with that, fortunately. Although here he is picking up the AWP on that T side, interestingly enough. They started shifting the op around, and so you could see NiKo kind of come back into his own. But him and Hunter are just smashing faces for G2. Both of them are rocking a 114 rating going into this match. And when you have the Kovac cousins just going at it like that, you have more than enough firepower for what Faze are bringing to the table, it feels like. At least coming into this match, individually, Twist is the only one who's approaching that kind of performance. Everybody else is kind of lagging back around a 1.0. And Kerrigan actually going for a real nosedive with like an 0.86. So
that's a webcam full of hair right there.
That is that Twist?
That's the head bush.
It's got to be Twist.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about Faze is that any of these players can go nuclear, Kerrigan included, although I'm sure he will try to take a backseat to the rest of the players, but he's definitely capable, knows how to turn on the aggression when required.
Well, Cold needs to break the legend of, or the curse of IGLing and then going back to rifles.
Well, let's see what Cold can do here. It's a great transfer for a second kill, falling back, staying alive as Jax tries to pre-fire with the bomb. Very tight shot from him, but Brokey's here as well, and down goes Hunter. 4 versus 2 with a minute 30 on the clock of smoke to create some space, and maybe there's a bomb planted in it. Maybe there's more because NiKo's looking to clutch once again. 4 versus 2 made 3 by NiKo of the AWP. Trying to create some space for themselves as he makes his way down. See some trace of fires, but looking for Kerrigan. Can't quite make the connection though. Really trying to even the numbers fast is NiKo before they advance too far. Abdelala spots some positions, and there it is. Kerrigan with a massive headshot, leaving Jax with a lot to do. He can't do it on this occasion, and Faze on the board.
Getting into it, fine fashion, and there you go. You know, speak of the devil, Cold. All eyes need to be on him. He is the linchpin for this roster. I think he needs to step up individually, and he needs to fight back against the curse of taking over the IGL role and then being forced to go back to a fragging role. Players seem to struggle with that tremendously. You see a sharp dip in their performance, and you never really seem to see them come back into it. And so Cold has been fighting against that for quite a while now. If he could show up in this tournament and start giving us that star-level performance again, the Terminator, you know, he's out of the shop, brand spanking new parts, just coming in, starts walking in, and G2 are just going to run. Things are going to look up here for Faze, because then Twist doesn't have to do the heavy lifting by himself. He's going to have his teammates there to help him.
Twist and Brokey, each with an AWP now for Faze. Very doable on train, 2 AWPs.
And Twist can really give a star-level performance on train as well. So, I mean, yes, if you look at recent results for Faze on the map, touch and go, it's not the strongest map for Faze by any stretch, and G2 could be thinking that this is a punish pick to really try and get ahead of Faze in this best of 3. But Twist has shown that he can definitely rip heads off on this map, and so, you know, don't be fooled by the 0-3 so far. Can definitely turn that around.
These choke points are going to be problematic for G2 with a distinct lack of utility. At this juncture, they've got 1 flash left, but the second last one is when they start the push, and Rain with a flurry of kills make it 3 from E-Box. NiKo and Hunter remain 54 seconds on the clock. The bomb is in no man's land, and so is the body of Rain, but still, there's a lot for them to do. NiKo not shy to play the clock, as we saw in that initial clutch in the second round. You can see Twist moving around on the bomb site with the AWP. With NiKo live, will definitely be a nervous situation. You can see he's uncomfortable with his position as there's no cover for Ivy, and he's forced to fall back. So there's a chance for the bomb to be collected now, and Ivy becomes more important for Faze to hold. That would really limit the chance for G2 to plant the bomb. 20 seconds, and Twist being so careful. They know what NiKo will expect of a CT side, and they don't want to give him a kill for free. 10 seconds now for this bomb to get planted, and Twist starts to have a look. A tag, but NiKo's still alive, 26 HP. And there's that plant available for Hunter. Nico doing his best to cover. Well, that's the first part done. And now the hard part may begin as it's a 3-man retake for Faze. They've all got the fuse kits. There's some utility on cold as well, an incendiary. 2-orb retake could be awkward if they can get into positions though. Then it may become harder for G2, but they've got to find out where these players are. You can see Hunter starting to creep now from E-Box. Laboured spray, but he can't quite get the kill. Nico's got so much to do now. He doesn't have the angles, a swing and a miss, and Faze will keep 3 players alive, including the 2 AWPs. I think they've got time for the defuse as well.
They do. What a retake from Faze. Definitely thinking that that was going to be done, but the man playing E-Box messed it up there. Unfortunately, Hunter was not able to collect that kill and turned it into a 2-on-2, changed the dynamic. Instead, it's just Faze bulldozing it. But Rain, what a star performance. Ah, that's it. Okay, I was wondering how he managed to get 2 so quickly. They just line up for him. Could not have been better timing for him to peek there. And that is the hero play that sets the round for Faze. Gives them that success, that path to success. So that's actually going to put G2 in the bit of the hole. We actually get an eco round out of G2 here fairly early on. 2 rounds in a row for Faze. G2 with the bomb plant, but still not enough for a full buy. So we'll get the Deagles, and we'll get a nice shot from Twist. Doesn't miss that time. That's the other thing where Twist, you know, missing that shot, that early shot there on Nico, kind of rushing it and shooting over Nico's shoulder. Can't be making mistakes like that against Nico. You're not going to get many chances. He is way too dangerous.
Twist claimed by Brussels, living in Europe now.
He's, yeah, isn't he in Cologne? I think he's in Cologne now in Germany. Deutschland.
So last round, Nexa had a pistol and everybody else had rifles, but it seems that they like his style. G2 looking to get a bomb plant out of this now. Patience from Faze will pay off, and they survive with 500 HP. It's a perfect round.
Perfect round. And Faze really rallying early here. So important. And again, it's worth mentioning, Faze on location. Pretty sure they're over in Serbia right now, boot camping. Serbia, they're in the lockdown, has just become the new capital of esports.
I love Serbia.
It's rad. I mean, the fact that they're all out there right now, it's just the CSGO capital of the world, it feels like right now with all of the teams in Europe. Whenever you're traveling over, you're just going over to Serbia. And, well, these guys just doing work over there. They've got that land. They're on that boot camp. I think they're there for something like, what was it, 5 weeks is what Kerrigan said? They're going to be here for a while just grinding.
Yeah, it's not in the European Union, so you can move around more easily in the current climates.
Mm-hmm.
Food is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
If you're into clubbing, it's pretty good as well, so I hear. I'm sure Yanko will attest to that.
Yeah, well, I mean, cold. There's a bunch of guys here.
Yeah,
Nico, you know, there's a bunch of guys who I'm sure.
I just like a nice dinner, but I won't touch Rakia ever again. After my, yeah, that was, I got brutalized by Rakia there in the Jolly Roger pub.
Doesn't mess around, does it? Still, 3-3, tied up, and now, well, a little bit of a tactical timeout getting taken there. Faze setting up shop, and look at this. Combat opping from Brokey right out the gates.
Just giving himself space in case somebody tries to strafe or jump over. Nice angles held, but he has to fall back. Very aggressive from Faze now. Kerrigan up front as well. But there are smokes to create some space, and we've got 2 kills from Jax as they continue to advance into this A-bomb site. Very fast plant from Armadec. G2 completely changing the pace. They seem to have caught Faze off guard. This will be very awkward if they go for the retake, but I can see Cold Zero falling back, and they've got to hold their hands up and say, fair enough, you've outmaneuvered us this time.
Hopefully we can get a replay from either Rain or Kerrigan's perspective, but it looks like they lined up at E-Box and maybe stopped each other from being able to help each other out, or just got caught. And, well, G2, yeah, that turn, I mean, I really like the thought behind this round from Faze, which is to just take the fight to G2. They know this is going to be a buy round from G2. They know that G2 may try and change the pace themselves, and so Kerrigan trying to get a step ahead and really trying to take the fight to G2 early with some aggression. I love to see it. It takes bravery to make that kind of call. So you need it. If you're going to actually pull off a win here against G2 as the underdog, you're going to have to make bold plays like this. And so let's see, do we actually have a perspective from either one of those? Probably. Probably not, I'm going to say.
Computer says no.
Computer says no.
I don't know. I'm just talking nonsense.
Ah, yeah. All right, so this is from Jax's perspective. And, yeah, you can, wow, just lined up. There you go. I guess that's payback for Rain and his lineup in the round previous.
Very limited space there by E-Box. Well, both teams have got money to bring out some more weapons. We've got the saved weapons from Faze, of course. The Org is out for Carrigan, and there's an Org for Armanek as well. So plenty of scopes. Hunter very quickly towards upper B. Always important to get your initial map control. Have a look at this though. Look, we've got the rifle support for the AWP. Coldzera holds position. Go even more than that.
Oof, man.
Inviting a response. But there will be none.
Losing Hunter as well. That is not going to help things here for G2.
Through the smoke jacks. That is a massive frag from him. The AWP was already rotating towards the A bomb site in the hands of Brokey. Left to commit more now as well. We can see Coldzera leaving the B bomb site. So full commitment to A here. You can see Rain hiding in plain sight. Once this smoke goes, there's going to be a lot of action on this A bomb site. Armanek, sorry, next though with angles by Ivy. Not too deep though, otherwise Twist may have found him already. Minute on the clock for G2 to make their next play.
Don't line up again. Timing though. Pretty sure Armanek managed to make it past main. There's Twist with the catch on Jax though. Back into the man advantage for Faze. And Faze now can just sit pretty. They are rotating over towards this A site. 40 seconds on the clock. G2 are going to have to commit to A. And there's the peek that might have done it. Nexa going to get that info. His two remaining teammates just stuck now trying to make it onto that bomb site, and it's not looking likely. Armanek, there we go. He's on the board at least.
Yeah, they can do some damage to the C2 economy, or at least try. It would just be the one kill towards the end there. And the score is now tied. Faze potentially stabilizing. They've got 4 rounds from the last 5. That's promising for them. Definitely want to rack up the rounds on your CT side.
It's worth mentioning, James, that with the major rules, again, a lot like Astralis, what we were talking about with Astralis, Zonic not being able to weigh in as much. G2, Malek, I mean, their coach, he's a very involved coach with this roster, usually has a lot to say, and the fact that he's not going to be able to communicate with the team could have an impact here if things start to go against G2 and they start struggling. They're not going to have their coach to back them up. A lot of this is going to ride on Nexa and on Nico, I'm assuming. I doubt that Nico stays quiet.
Oh dear. That's an unfortunate way to die for Jax. Free kill for Faze. Doesn't cost them much beyond utility. They've still got some smokes in the hole. So it's a pretty solid situation for them. A 3-2 setup for Faze at present. We can see Brokey and Cold at the back of the B bomb site. No challenge there for now. You can see the bomb is towards Ivy at present with 2 of the remaining 4 players for G2. They're just patiently waiting. I'm sure there's a certain time which is the go button. We can see them moving up Ivy now as Nico shows some presence from main. Twist angle's really important here. Seems there will be a deep grenade to try and take that angle away. See if he fires a shot, reveals his position. Got Carrigan on the other side, but Hell can be accessed by G2. Well, they've taken some map control. 40 seconds on the clock, and as the smoke dissipates, down goes Nexa. Still no response from G2. Hunter trying to get there, but Carrigan's everywhere.
How does Carrigan get that second kill? A, he's already fortunate that Nexa's the one standing in the smoke. Now Rain from on high takes down Armanek. Nico is now in a 1v5. But I mean, Carrigan, the fact that it's Nexa who's in that smoke, I think is counting as lucky stars. I think if Hunter or Nico is in that smoke, Carrigan dies and that opens up the site. But the fact that he takes that one-on-one fight with Nexa, not the heaviest hitter on G2, gets caught, and that is going to just end this round. 4 seconds on the clock, and Nico's going to survive it. He'll hold on to the AWP, but he won't get any bonus money. I don't think Rain's close enough to get this, to get this off of him. So,
well, a hero AWP can go a hell of a long way.
The money is building on Faze's side as well now, and we will get a tactical timeout getting called by G2. Good. That's what we need, I think, at this point for G2. They need to kind of slow it down, perhaps a little bit. And if you have time to play around this AWP on Nico's side now. But yeah, double op play. Faze has got mountains of cash, and yeah, here we go. So
that beanie looks really itchy.
So like Hunter's doing the talking right now. Curious what he's picked up on. As I think, I mean, when it comes to this situation, I could really see Hunter and Nico taking the lead. Because I'm not seeing a lot of, I just don't really picture Nexa as the IGL, right? You know, he is the IGL. But as the leader of the team, I have trouble seeing him, be able to call that for Nico and Hunter. I feel like either one of those guys is going to try and take the lead in the tough situations like this.
5-4 for Faze. Again, 5 of the last 6 rounds at this point. It's a hero AWP with Nico. He's the only man with Kevlar at present. Hunter taking some nade damage as well, but everyone's still alive. And he's just waiting to be served something. Looking at the usual angles for a peek into main, but he's not being given what he's looking for. See how patient Karrigan can be. A slight jiggle, but indeed they are being very patient. They know there is a major threat somewhere in these T angles. G2 will use the pistoling players to create some space for Nico. Big flash, and then Karrigan peeks as safe as he can. Then he delivers. But the AWP is still lurking somewhere.
But they've done a good job of wearing down the clock here. And so smokes are up. They've still got a couple flashes. Incendiary on Cold that gets used now. There's Karrigan. Lurkin catches Hunter, and this is pretty much going to be the end of this round here for G2, barring a miracle. I could see Nico just trying to save this. Unless he gets another kill here in the next moment, you could just try and hold on to the op for the next round, because the rest of your team are ecoing. But yeah, you're just going to go down, and unfortunately, man, that really does not pan out nicely. Nico's going to be light on the money going into this buy round as well. I legitimately think that could have been an option for Nico to just back off, save the op, and let the rest of his teammates die. It's an eco round after all, and now you're going to be left in an awkward spot.
Momentum growing for Faze. You could see the expectation Faze had there. Again, they just didn't give Nico an angle. They didn't give him a shot when Karrigan eventually peaked. There's a great pop flash to the Olofmeister position. And they capitalized on that. And Nico will have just a Desert Eagle for this round. 4 AKs on the remainder of the squad. Armanet getting absolutely fried, barbecued, if you will. More players move to Olof. Karrigan probably got some sound cues here. Twist focusing on Ivy. Not sure if there's anyone really to throw a flash for him, but he's got an off angle. Looks away at the wrong time.
Oh, the timing.
Oh, man. He has no idea. Neither does Nico, though.
Oh, that's outrageous. And his teammate, I mean, Brokey has no way of knowing that. And this is just so unfortunate how this round played out.
But it's exactly what G2 need on the other side of things. 4v3. There's still a round to convert here for G2. Again, there's been so much momentum for FaZe in the last 7 rounds, let's say. So G2 could really do with getting some more points on the board. And now the score is tied in terms of personnel. We've got Twist still creeping around Ivy, to be expected as we can see from Nex's POV. The bomb has, so someone's got to go and collect the bomb as well. Looks like it will be Hunter. There's nobody by Pop to hear this rotation. Still 2 players on a B bomb site as FaZe are uncertain as to what G2's intentions are.
Well, they've elected to leave Cold behind on B side, and I just love how Cold goes for that repeak against Nico. Cold is just raring to get in the fight, and unfortunately for him, he's got to anchor B. We'll see if he can get out that rotate over towards the A site and get into the fight, as there is going to be the push coming through. Crouch peek from Nexa, he dies, and Rain is going to be in position to deny this way too quick. What is G2 thinking?
17 seconds. Jack still has half a chance, but he really has to get his skates on here. At least 2 of these players on the A bomb site make it 1. He has no idea where Cold is. Twist starts to creep, and he thinks better of it. 5 seconds, and he may get an extra kill here. The crouch peek from Cold, though. The awareness is fantastic. And just when you thought G2 was safe to win a round, it goes the way of FaZe.
Cold is too good. I mean, this is precisely what we've been waiting for FaZe. I mean, you've got Cold now who's popping off. Rain, who's been taking quite a bit of criticism lately in terms of his individual performance. I mean, coming into this tournament, he only had a 1.0 rating. It's been a real struggle because he had to change up in terms of his positioning. He's playing a bit more entry now for the team versus the different roles he had before. And so to have him sitting at the top of the pack hitting shots and Cold here as well, I mean, this bodes so well for FaZe. 7-4 on the CT side, full control. Cold started this round with 16,000 in the bank, so they've got money for days. It's dire straits for G2, and they may be regretting this punish pick. They thought it was a punish pick, but it turns out they're the ones, you know, well, let's say crying uncle.
I love the off angle that we saw from Twist in that previous round, but no time to chat about that because G2 are charging and they're trying to get a bomb plant, but Brokey is thinning out the numbers. They will get a bomb plant. After that, it becomes about doing some damage. There's a chance they could pick up an AWP here, just a little one. You can see Hunter's angle, but Brokey will deny. And then there was Nexa. Okay, he's got 2. Not much to lose here. Got to go for more damage. Tries to go for the wide swing, but Twist is ready for it once again with the AWP. I'm enjoying the AWP on Twist.
We're going to get the tack timeout get called here again. Probably good time for G2 to try and slow it down once more. This is the big buy round going in for them, so they'll be able to get that AWP. Nico going to pick it up again. And Amanek really feels like Amanek is having to take point here and really throw himself in and try and create room for the team, and he is suffering. 1-10 right now on the scoreboard for Amanek going into this 5th round. And so this, I mean, could be the time to just put, early aggression towards B perhaps? No, it's looking more like a default approach here from G2. So more of the same, although I can't say the same here for Faze, man. They really wanted to take over main fast, doing just that. Smoke the block off Pop Dog and coldzera. He may get another opportunity to shine here pretty soon. They are going to shift over towards that B side G2. Finally a little action over here for Cold. Dude, he's been falling asleep.
Karrigan's still really close to main despite those flashes we just saw. So I'd expect the third player making his way towards B, but maybe not in time. The spray is here. coldzera just holding an off angle by Oil now. He's got to try and wait for it. Oh my god, Brokey, what are you doing? Jax should have been dead, but here we go. 4v2 for G2, and maybe a 5th round is on the board for them. The barrel of the gun could be spotted by Twist. Surely he saw the barrel of the gun there. There's a tag through the wall onto Nico. He's probably wondering what the hell just happened. And it's only Twist now as G2 finally pulls the momentum back in their favor. They can still get 7 rounds out of this half. This will definitely be the 5th one. There's money on Faze, however. The full buy is around the corner.
Oh yeah. Money on Faze and an unfortunate turn of events there for Rain. And it looks like G2 were definitely aware of a weird setup, because, you know, you kill Rain, you're like, what the hell is Rain doing here? Where's Cold? Cold is the one anchoring. Cold has been the one over here on the B site. And yet they've been seeing a lot of Rain towards E-Box. And so with Rain dying, that had to throw things a little out of whack for G2. They had to be wondering. And so perhaps extra on their guard. Had they killed Cold, might have been a different situation. But it is going to be very quick out towards Olaf now for Hunter. Molly is down. He is roasting. And there's the HE. What a follow-up.
To the TNT to the face. And
Carrying
away he
mad
goes.
lad. What are you thinking?
Yeah, he's on a scooter. But the wheels have come off, and down he goes. 4-on-4 as we are in the late stages of the first half. Nico again looking at multiple angles, looking for a peek from an AWP. All the usual spots. Minute 15 on the clock, and we've got Nexa moving up the IV position. Bomb around A main at present, and there's stereo frags for G2, which really puts them in a strong position. We've seen multi-frags from Brokey before, though. He's just jumping. He's looking for information here. I don't think he spotted Nico towards main. And away he goes. But have a look at Nexa's position. He's at Old Bomb. But Brokey is rounding him. I think he's been heard.
Probably close enough, yeah.
Looks like it. So they've got half the information, but the coldzera is having a trot as well. And he's heading towards the bomb itself, which hasn't been collected just yet. Oh my god, so many angles are being missed here.
Dude, this is wild.
Oh, this timing is going to be everything, but I'm sure Nico scopes towards his left. Cold's just moved away at the right time. He's seen the bomb. Surely it's a timing re-peak once again. Down goes his teammate. It's all about Cold now. I'm sure he's heard the footsteps. Now, he's got half a chance where maybe they don't focus on main if he's close enough behind Nico.
No way!
Oh, that's just amazing. Straight through as well. Looking for a trade fragger. And there it is, but he can't even turn in time. And it's round number 6 for G2.
What a brilliant play there. Fully aware of the potential lurk. Just too slow. We're going to get some replays here. This is Nexa just waiting for Karrigan to play aggressive. Karrigan, I mean, he has really been trying to push that Bill, getting into team main early, pushing Ivy that round. Looks like G2 were just aware of it, ready and waiting for him. So Karrigan forcing the issue definitely cost him. And now, I mean, this is actually a bit of a disappointing finish, I think, for Faze. Because you could easily have been into double digits, and now you're going to be at 8-6, ideally 9-6. It's not quite good enough here for Faze. I think you should have really been at a 10-5 kind of scoreline, given how much money you had and how well that was going.
coldzera will feel fortunate to escape that situation, running into the wall blind. G2 established control above B. This entire time, Nex has been outside main, keeping an eye on things. And Faze don't go to the point of no return. They've had success from these angles before. It's a crouch peek from Jackson. He will regret that one. That's an upgrade for Rain.
Snag that AK.
I like how battle scarred his knife is.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a theme going, doesn't he?
It's pretty sick. Pop flash for Ivy coming up, but there's nobody to engage.
Costs a lot to live in Norway, you know.
I know, man. Their chocolate bars are just outrageously priced.
Yeah.
I would never buy a Twix in Norway. I'd have to bring it with me, you know.
Don't even go to McDonald's. Don't think about it. That's high living over there.
Well, Twist continues to pursue the IV position. I love mid to late round pop flashes there, but have a look at this creep from the T side. Twist eliminated by Nico. His spatial awareness is outstanding, and things are going from bad to worse towards the end of the first half of FaZe Clan as it's a 3-on-3 now. Brokey making steps around the bomb site. 13 seconds to plant this bomb. Shotgun mode, surely for Brokey. Oh, the flick is absolutely disgusting. And the trade is there as well. It will be 9-6 at halftime. Cold Zero topping the scoreboard 16 for 7. Can G2 win the pistol and tie things up quickly? We will find out after the break. And we are back. FaZe move to the T side. I love a 9-6 scoreline because it can mean a dominant start when the buy rounds come through, i.e. a 12-6 or a 9-9, and it's all to play for. We'll see which one it is. Currently, the odds are tied, 1.85 each. So things are changing. Now let's see, we've got all USPs, nothing untoward there, although we sometimes see the Julies on the CT side, and a smoke and a diffuse for Nexus. Standard stuff from the CTs. We've got triple P250 for FaZe Clan. You gotta respect that. Double raid boss as well. I'm interested. I think I'm the leader of the P250 crew.
Listen, I'm all about getting Rain a P250 and Kevlar on a pistol round. Just let this guy go to work.
Crouch peek from Nico. Up close with the USP. Say hello to Brokey in brutal, violent fashion. And FaZe quietly move back to main, maybe feeling like G2 know there's nobody there. Perhaps this is a plan B for FaZe.
That smoke going down has just utterly ruined FaZe. The smoke on lower ramp thrown earlier just completely ruins them. And now they have to try and, dry peek this? Disaster. Sure, you've got P250s, but this is still going to be so difficult. There's so many angles you have to worry about on the A site.
Nico just taking pot shots. 5 versus 3 now in G2's favor, and it just gets better for them. The odds continue to change, and it goes from bad to worse for Faze. Not really making it into the A bomb site on this occasion. Pistol goes to G2.
Main issue here is that Twist is still going to be struggling a little bit. I was hoping for a strong pistol start here for Faze and a strong pistol start for Twist so that he can start getting his feet under him. It's very weird to see just how dominant Rain and Cold and even Brokey are doing right now for Faze. And Twist, who seems to be the main driver, the main engine behind the team, is kind of lagging behind right now. So hopefully Kerrigan can get him into his comfort zone going forward in the second half, where I think Faze are going to really be struggling on a performance level. G2, you know, these guys just don't mess around. It's actually ridiculous how good they are right now. Nico continuing to top it out. And I'm glad, you know, Maui mentioned that on the desk, that he thinks that Jax is having a career high performance right now. I mean, the numbers reflected, at least for now after the first half, double digits for Jax. So he is looking good.
Oh, I see a... Is this a not live, maybe? I feel like it might be.
Yeah,
All the
I
ticks
get
in the
the
chat.
feeling, yeah.
Twist's knife is a flex. That knife, I think, is...
Which one is it again? It's the
it's the green
Sapphire
emerald M9.
Yeah.
It's like, it's definitely over $5,000.
Yeah.
The Karambit can be like 4.5 to 6. The knife is probably 6+.
Mm-hmm.
The M9 is a solid,
That M9 is a solid investment.
massive. I feel like it's the. I had the bayonet emeralds,
Okay.
and I just felt like I felt like the Green Power Ranger,
Yeah.
you know, with a little flute. Dun, 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 dun.
Who did you sell that to recently?
Scrawny has it now.
Yeah, Scrawny
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
yeah, that's it. Scrawny got it off you.
It's
That's what he was telling me at Blast.
it is a fantastic knife. It's
He was
absolutely-
pretty happy. He was pretty tickled about it. He's like, oh yeah, Bartle hooked it up.
Yeah, I'm happy for him as well. It's nice for an enthusiast to pass something to an enthusiast, you know.
Indeed.
So that was really good.
Yeah, I actually, speaking of Hunter, I really liked his skin combinations going there. You know, low key, the D-pat, forest D-pat, all that. Really liked that theme there for a second, so I went ahead and picked up the gloves and an Ursus as well, just to have some fun. Get that CT side.
I really like the Ursus.
Yeah.
I had an Ursus Slaughter. I like the Slaughter skins in general.
I've still got my Tiger Tooth Bayo.
Bayo, I've seen you playing with that. Yeah.
So I've got that on the T side now, and I've got the Ursus on the CT side, and I'm feeling pretty pimped out. Not gonna lie.
Marvelous. You guys should send me your knife glove combos. I want to see
Hell
what you
yeah.
guys are up to. Let me see the aesthetics that our viewers have. It's always fun to play all that stuff. I feel like I spent years doing stickers. I think I did like every possible like sticker combo
See,
that I wanted, and now I'm just like, you know, I went too far with him, like don't know about this, and scratching him off, and now I'm just like done. I've just like every place on every gun, I was just done.
you taking them off?
No, but I've just like completed.
Oh, I see
completed
what
it,
you mean.
You know,
For me, stickers never did it. Like, I always feel like they detract from a gun. I don't know. It's just some of them. Like, I use an AK Cartel.
Okay.
Go figure.
Yeah, you
My
can't.
skin.
Yeah,
So I use an AK Cartel, but it's like I'm not gonna put a sticker on it because it's such a sexy skin.
Yeah.
And then if I do put a sticker on it, like I've got the Emperor on there just to try, but it doesn't pop the same way that the rest of the skin does.
Yeah.
So like for me, sometimes like the stickers just don't really work out.
That's the cool thing about the new AK though, is that it's very plain and clean, so you can customize it to your heart's desire. You know, with stickers and so on.
Oh, you mean that new black
Yeah.
the black laminate or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh, Rain, completely and utterly blind, visually impaired, but still the headshot onto Nico. He looks for a second one.
That is so good, dude. The fact that this guy just keeps coming up with pistol kills is ridiculous.
I recently heard a super gross story about eye transplants regarding corneas and things. I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
It's nasty. I didn't want to hear it. I was just subjected to the story. But anyway, FaZe look to do more damage here. 3 Desert Eagles on road. They still have the bomb in their possession. Hasn't fallen into an awkward spot, so they have opportunity. And because they still have the bomb, G2 will have to commit some players towards the B bomb site. They're playing close to connector, as we can see. Jackson, Armanek at present. Jack starting to fall back as there are no eyes on Ivy. So it's always nice to be at the extremity just in case. And FaZe are playing the clock. The longer it goes on for, as long as there's no brazen push from G2, you would expect 2 players per site. And indeed, Armanek heads towards the B bomb site. So their patience will pay off in that regard. Despite being ill-equipped, they're 3 versus 2 now on the A bomb site. But for how long? Oh, God. It's a nice headshot from coldzera. Karrigan and Cold remaining. 26 seconds. Bomb plant pressure starts to rise now. But again, just keeping these channels really tight to try and land a headshot. You can see the CTs, false sense of security. Karrigan now looking to do more. 3 kills in that round with just pistols. Not too shabby from FaZe Clan. That was expensive for G2.
Indeed. At least they keep the AUG and the M4 alive, but that is very painful for G2, losing that many players, that much gear against what is essentially an eco. I mean, we are going to get another chance here for G2 to farm up a little bit. They are going to actually recover fairly decently with these rifles, but they're spending a lot of their bank. But still, like I said, they're going to get a chance to get a little bit of that money back, as this has to be a hard eco coming in here from FaZe. And so that MP9, I hope that Nexa can put himself in a position to farm and really maximize that MP9 return, because of course you get double the money with SMG kills versus rifles, pistols. So that's why you want those MP9s in a position to really get as many kills as possible, so you can really just maximize that bank. Molly's going down, making it look like they want to take main control, G2. But Nico not going to go over there. No need to get close up against pistols. Again, hang far back and make use of your rifles. No need to give these guys a chance to double body shot you with deagles. At least make them earn it, right? You know, at least make them earn it with a headshot. Come on, Rain.
Yeah, you can see FaZe really trying to invite duels in these tight channels again. It's one of the best approaches with Desert Eagles. Force the CTs to fight in these super tight channels, and then that's more likely to happen, basically. Well,
there you go.
There's another one.
Are we just holding our breath now? Just gonna wait and see, like, and another one.
Twist and Brokey remain. I feel like there should be like an extension of the achievements that are in the game. You know, with like I don't know, 10,000 deagle headshots or something. But I suppose they could supply that in operations as well. Well, I think it could be a longer one. I would like to see that. You know, let's get some more.
What would be cool is if you could get like cool skins or something for the achievements. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think that would motivate people more to farm? Like, farm
that's part of the operation, right? You get tokens that you can use
but that's
to redeem.
Not the same thing.
It's similar.
Not really.
It's close enough.
I mean, you got
if you got a direct skin, it would devalue the skin because everybody could get it, right? So
sure,
that
but
way
I mean, we're talking like 10,000 deagle headshots. You know, it's like if you, I mean, sure, if you want to farm that, go for it. But you know, that's something that should take a while, right?
It should, in theory, but there are idle servers and things like that, so there are ways to do it cheaply. Sadly.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I hadn't thought of that.
Big round now for FaZe and G2, both on the bye, and the snipers are out, and so are the scopes outside of snipers, like the Orgon Hunter. More aggression. There's a lot of aggression with utility from G2 into this main position. You can see they really want to stop FaZe from getting up to too much from this position. Big pop flash and some aggression from Nico. Got to wonder about his left, though, and he does wonder. This could go either way, though, and Twist is ready for the headshot. Better equipped with the AK versus the silenced M4. 1 minute on the clock now. You can see the bomb heading towards Ivy with support from Cold.
We're setting up for the A crunch here, but do we have a nade? Do we have any kind of setup here to take over Pop Dog? Because it's about to get spicy. Pretty sure Rain spotted him. Yep. Wallbang attempt, but there are 2 players in Pop Dog currently waiting. Rain is going to be in for a real rough time. And there's Amanek catching coldzera sleeping.
Yeah, I thought coldzera would be ready for that one. It was really fun when Twist just held the off angle and allowed the T's to walk into that spot. Amanek will take matters into his own hands. 30 seconds for this bomb to get planted, and G2 have got really nice angles as far as the default plant is concerned, so this is not going to be an easy one. But as Twist on a fact-finding mission, and things get a little easier, but with 2 players in the ladder spot, escalating very quickly indeed. They won't stop the plant, but they will win the round, and G2 will be the first to make it to 10.
And yeah, we are just getting G2, I feel like they're just getting more and more comfortable. And here we're starting to see the weakness and why I was really hoping that we would get double digits for FaZe in that CT half. Because the T side, it seems a little disjointed. They're not quite, they don't quite have that conviction. Although Twist did a great job there creating the opening in main, they then slow down to the point where G2 are just able to pick them off one after the other. At least they got a bomb plant FaZe, and so they have that to go off of here. Not quite sure if this is a tactical timeout getting called or a technical timeout getting called. Not seeing anybody talk on the G2 side, so I'm assuming it's a technical. Not allowed to talk. Yep. Okay, so we did get a disconnect. All right. You're not allowed to talk. The difference between tactical and technical, guys, is that on technical timeouts, that's like a server issue or internet lag, whatever. You're not allowed to talk, so that you can't just say, oh no, I'm lagging, and then you have like a free timeout. You only get 4 timeouts to use throughout the match. Tactical timeouts is what we call them, and those you guys get to talk. Technicals, not so much.
coldzera is restarting his PC. So I'll have a brief pause before we are back into the action. But
And the reason why we had to do that, actually, is because teams used to abuse it, right? Call technical timeouts. When before timeouts were a thing, like, oh no, TeamSpeak lag, guys. Haha, we need to restart our TeamSpeak. And in the meantime, the team were just like, okay, I think we should really do this right now.
one thing I would like to see changed actually is if you look at when some teams call a tactical timeout,
sure,
they'll wait till the buy time goes down to like 2 seconds, and then because the buy time will start again afterwards, so it's like just an extended timeout. So I feel like if the time goes below 5 seconds, then it should continue from 5. The buy time should continue from 5 seconds afterwards. Otherwise, because I feel like that really extends just the whole game as well.
I agree, and we've seen that too as well, where you can really. I mean, you think about it. You're adding like 4 or 5 minutes to a match. Both teams do it.
Yeah.
Right. If both teams are doing it, really calling the timeouts. I mean, you can wind up adding like 10 minutes to a match. I think it's just regardless of where you call the timeout, it just adds 30 seconds. I think that should be the play, right? You get that 20-second buy, but like wherever you call the timeout, it just adds the 30 seconds, and then that's it, done. Presto, you're live as soon as that timeout rolls. But I think, isn't there a reason why that they have to do it? I thought there was some like server reason why they're doing it the way that they're doing it right now.
Well, that might be the only way to do it right now. I guess it would require an update from Valve in order to do it a better way. But
gee, if only we had some people we could ask that dealt with servers on the regular basis.
Well, we'll see. It'll be nice. It's
around that could help with that sort of thing.
It's a quality of life improvement, I think, which we've had a lot of them. That's one thing that's been good with the rise of Valorant is quality of life improvements in CS, like the ping system and things like that. So that's been good.
What are you telling me, that competition is a good thing, Bardolph?
I would say it is, yes.
Yeah, indeed. Keeps people sharp. Gets them, innovating a little bit. I like it.
Always good.
Now, if Valve can just stay as involved as they are now, that would be the jam. Just don't go full Rito on us, please. This is still coldzera just waiting. And interesting that Cold has got to restart just because he's obviously online with the rest of his teammates right now. So it's not an internet issue. It's a PC issue for him. So hopefully we'll be able to get him back into the mix fairly soon here.
PCs can be very strange beasts.
Yeah.
Unpredictable, especially Windows.
But what are you making so far of G2's performance? I mean, Hunter, Nico right now, they're still the back-to-back combo. Nexa has actually come alive, at least in terms of individual performance. Was expecting him to be fairly low towards the bottom, but right now it seems like it's Hunter who's the one who's kind of struggling to keep up.
Well, yeah, I'd say everyone's turned up for the most part. It's still early here, I think, in the series. But G2, they've started the second half well. They've won all 4 rounds so far. The question is, can they continue in that favor? I think for me, like the game in general, like I couldn't pick a clear winner before the game started. I think the same is true now. I think from what we've seen from both teams, I think they're both very capable of coming away with a W, which is why I put the minimum points possible on this game, because I don't like losing prediction wars. I know Maui's coming
risk
as well.
I just wanted to take a risk on that one.
I did that last Flashpoint, right, and then ended up dancing in front of that green screen, with a freaking
I was there too with the clown. I was there with the clown suit.
I hated that so much.
Still have.
I was expecting something
my Cloud
fun,
9 impression,
and I was just pure uncomfortable Bardolph.
When is it not uncomfortable Bardolph, though? That's the question.
I'm always comfortable. That was just like, I do things with confidence, but that I was like, oh, please just make it end.
The thing is that
brutal.
Like it's really tough here for Faze, and this is where the punish pick starts to come in for G2. G2 just, I mean, they've been beating teams on Train, Gambit, Astralis, and, well, Faze not so long ago. So it seems like they have a good Train right now. Their CT side is looking better and better. Amanek is going to take over that AWP on the CT side, and he's shown to be a capable opper on this side. Going to see if he pairs up well against Brokey, as Brokey, not enough money to afford the op. This round, they really expected it to be all-out B play here from G2, the gamble, and instead it's Faze very fast out onto A. Perfect call here from Faze. Low utility kind of round, but Hunter finding the kills that matter, and he's, oh, what a snake. He's going to make his way right through this smoke. He's going to gut this offense. Faze, do they realize? Rain catches him in the end.
4 on 3 for Faze. They're all on a bomb site. G2 at the extremities. That bomb needs to be collected and planted, though. The clock is ticking. Really unsure as to where G2 might be. Don't want to make too much of a mistake. And we can see that there is a lurk towards the IV position. That'll be important for the retake, of course. You can see Brokey around Sandwich. One must be careful. Jack's making sure no one's in IV itself, and he'll start to move up now as that's been confirmed clear. We can see Armanek moving towards Old Bomb. Back and forth we go. Got a defuse kit on only Nexa, so we must keep an eye on him. He's coming in from the main area eventually. His teammates trying to create space in the meantime, but Jax's head will be turned into a crater by Twist. And there's a fadeaway kill, I think, for Armanek. I don't expect that they're going to be going for this one. Nexa now just doing more and more damage. It'll be expensive for both teams, but it will go the way of Faze.
But that is such a crucial round, and it's such an unfortunate gamble from G2. That's just the way it goes sometimes. G2, they fully expected the aggression from Faze. They fully expected a quick play, and they just gambled B site. Unfortunately for them, it was A site that Faze went out onto, and sometimes that's just the way it goes. But I do like the fact that G2 were willing to try and really crush Faze by going for that gamble, by just taking a little bit of a risk and getting on B. So it lets Faze get back into this, but Faze by no means have a strong economy, so it's not the biggest risk taken by G2. Faze will have enough money for guns, but again, they're going to be a little light on the nades, and if Faze lose this round, they're right back in the dumpster. And so G2 now, they have an opportunity here to really just smash Faze, and we'll see what they decide to do. If they decide to play with a bit more aggression once again, would like to see that. To be fair, I really do like to see CT signs that, you know, push for info and push to take away map control, map presence from their opponents. Just make Faze earn it. Because Faze, I mean, they can't have that much confidence yet. It's been a bit of a struggle. If you look at their performance in terms of their performance arc with this roster, it's remained fairly flat, even on a slight downward trend. I mean, if we're to listen to Kerrigan and how he set this team up, he said that he needed 3 to 6 months to start seeing results with his system, and we're still within that 3 to 6 month window, right? But it is still going to be a waiting game.
Oh, Jack's got to be real careful. That's a cheeky second peek from him. We got flashbangs up and Kerrigan's charging forward. Arda comms there. Well, Nico's pushed deep enough forward. Playing off the distraction of his teammate, maybe. Jack's Nico heavily tagged now, and there's a big charge towards the B-bomb sites as well. But all the G2 players are still alive. Armanek somewhat stuck in position, focusing on the high ground, and Brokey's on the way in the meantime. Faze trying to get this bomb planted. Twist charging through the smoke, but Nexa is there. Armanek holds the high ground as Rain tries to fake the bomb plant. So much to do, and it won't happen on this occasion, it seems. Cold Zero needing an ace now, as all the players for G2 are alive, but a number of them are heavily tagged. Just needs to avoid a trade frag here. Let's see if he goes for it. Up the ladder he goes. 3, 4 players now for G2 on the B bomb site, including Jackson Connector. So this is not going to be easy. Plenty of squad members to cover all the angles. And Cold seems to be backing away.
He's looking like maybe make himself a cuppa, kick the dogs up on the couch, think about how the day's gone, or die, you know, and just get to reflect on that for the rest of eternity. That is definitely a possibility, and it looks like that's what happened. So Faze now, this is where, you know, this is actually just worst case scenario, because G2, they keep everybody alive. They're going to have an opportunity to really build their money again. And Faze, after these close rounds, it's going to have to be another half-buy sort of scenario here for them, giving G2 that chance to really get a firm grip on this half. And so, yeah, G2 now shouldn't be playing too aggressively. They should realize what's going on here. Jack's going to hold up close, but not too close, just kind of keeping a little bit of a presence just to keep Faze honest. And then the rest of them just fall back and play it safe.
Yeah, this is still a dangerous round for G2. This is a round they have to respect. And a lot of it is because of the money they have in the hole. If they slip up here and give too much away to Faze and these Deagles, then the pendulum could really swing in Faze's favor. Saw some early aggression around main. G2 will reset somewhat, but Nico is searching once again, spots the bomb. And this is what I'm talking about, caught by Karrigan, and there's no one really to do anything about it, or is there? Armanek with an instant trade keeps the rifle away, which is also important. And Faze don't really have map control from this outside of ladder room. You can see players moving towards Ivy.
That is so peak frustration. But then again, Karrigan is going to know all the timings around Olaf around Sandwich, just because it's one of the most frustratingly annoying places to play on the map, and he's played it a lot. So T side, CT side, he's going to get the drop on you. It's going to be annoying. But in the meantime, Faze gathering up, still looking for this crunch onto this A site. 2 coming in from Ivy. Hunter worried about 2 angles. He should just trust his teammate Amanek to have his back, as Amanek does clean up on the Ivy push. Nicely done.
Yeah, Rain was in ladder room. I thought he might have an angle on the Ivy players, but he doesn't know if anyone's looking at him or not. Okay, Rain. That was a very nice Deeg shot, and indeed it is expensive, so Faze will keep the CT economy honest as Faze come in for the buy. So that could be very important going forward. That's an opportunity for Faze. They have to focus on that. Again, having only won 1 round in this half, that is something positive to think about. Nice shots from Armanek with the AWP. Thinning the numbers out to Faze. So again, this is a chance for Faze now to try and bring more rounds in their favor in this second half. Otherwise, this is going to start to slip away from them. G2, 2 rounds to the good at present. Especially if G2 can stop a bomb plant, then that would really help ruin the fun for Faze Clan. That's a great way to start with the shot from Armanek up top. Got broken cold now near the IV position. 3-2 set up for G2. Got some presence established towards Ivy from Cold Zero. Usual grenades, and again, lots of harassment in main from CT utility.
And again, it's feeling just unclear as to how Faze want to go about taking over this A side. It is going to be the Ivy push once again coming through. Cold Zero going to be through into the back line. Can he find any targets, though? It doesn't feel like it, because G2 have now just taken control of Pop Dog, and so they know they can get up close to main, and they've got a nice crossfire here to deal with any kind of aggression coming out. That is the must kill. That has to happen for Cold Zero. He has to catch Hunter there. And now that he is dead, that opens it all up. Nico obliterates Twist. And that bomb is rotating over here to try and help Brokey out, but there's still so much ground to cover before they're even on a bomb site. 30 seconds on the clock.
And now it's just Karrigan. They have done 0 damage in this round phase. They've got to find a kill, but there won't be one. So that's a very important stack of money for G2 moving into the very late rounds of this second half. And they pull away again, just that 1 round for Faze so far. No bomb plant, which really puts their money in an awkward position. If they planted a bomb, there's probably a bigger buy here, but because they don't, again, it's back onto the pistols with some utility. So it just gives G2 an extra edge as they move into round 24. 7 of 8 rounds in this second half for G2. But the Deagles are out again for Faze Clan. Rain will make his way quickly to his death, to his doom, in fact. Jax is ready, as is Armanek, to hold down this A-bomb site. Utility will be thrown, incendiaries to create some more space for G2 and limit it for Faze Clan. But there's a kill for Brokey, and things are starting to heat up now. 1v3, none v3. Nico will dispatch of the last one, and G2 are 2 rounds away from taking train.
Okay, but now we actually have the full buy coming in here from Faze. Brokey on the AWP. There has to be something that they've been working on during this boot camp in preparation for this moment. Kerrigan, I'm surprised. I'd be so surprised if he wasn't seeing that Train was an option for G2, and if he didn't at least put a little bit of time into this map as an option. But this is where you have to have something ready. It's a must-win round for Faze. And well, coldzera straight through to Olaf. He's got to be careful, though. That op has been lurking around here. But this round, it's, again, G2 going for this exact same kind of setup, expecting a low buy, perhaps, or at least some early aggression. G2 have put the 3 on B, and they're using this strategy again because it didn't get spotted last time they used it. And so now they're going to see. They're going back to the well, and we'll see what they come up with.
Oh, okay. Rain is at a distinct advantage here. You can see how far away the point of contention is. He's got the right side peek as well, and the shadow. Very easy layout for him. coldzera creeping onto the side. And just as he was up top, now it's Nico's turn, and coldzera will get the better of him. Using the elevation of the stop sign to look into connector. Faze with their backs to the wall will find success on the A bomb side. Not much else for G2 to do here. Again, with the money that they built in the round prior, they could buy around what they have, but it definitely needs to hold on to it. We can see Nexa around 1750, so things are not perfect, and it may get a bit sweaty for both teams now, as the next round will certainly be crucial.
Without a doubt, their money is going to be hanging in the balance, as you pointed out, so they actually have to get this follow-up. But, I mean, really seeing them coming into their own. Surprised to see Nexa get caught like that by Rain. He of all people, would be aware of where to peek and where to, knowing that a shadow is there, you know, that he's just, if somebody's holding that angle, he's giving them an early warning system to play off of. And so a little bit of an unfortunate turn of events there for Nexa. And now Window, I mean, you're not going to really be able to catch Cold off guard. Faze, man, showing some fight, showing some vim and vigor here. Absolutely necessary for them. This is a must-win, although it is a punish pick attempt from G2. This is their map pick, G2. And Faze, at least going into this 2-week bootcamp, have shown a little bit of weakness on Train, and so G2 trying to capitalize on that. Nicely done here by Rain. Kills his teammate, but he takes Jax as well. So a 1-for-1, that works. Brokey catches Hunter, and this is looking very good indeed. Quick plays coming in here from Faze. Really liking this change of pace. Running over the defense. G2, not a whole lot that they can do to stop this.
Yeah, I think with this one round, we're looking at a 14-14 scoreline, basically. G2 having to save some money. Devastating headshot there. Well, Armanek's got $9,000, but the rest are so poor. Could get some interesting buys. Or maybe not the 14 is guaranteed, but the 13 all but. We see the AWP coming out for Armanek, and I really hope it's the hero AWP because those rounds are the spicy ones. Extra money in the hole. And indeed, it will be the hero AWP. I, for one, am excited. Let's see what he's able to do with it. He has one support player in Jax with a Desert Eagle and a smoke grenade, and in this immediate aggression from Armanek, moving down the Ivy spot. Now, coldzera is spotting essentially from T-spawn. He's keeping an honest eye on things, so we'll keep an eye on the radar and see the timing of Armanek, who is ahead of a smoke at present. coldzera deploying some utility towards the A-bomb site. That will be a smoke to remove the Ivy angles. While there'll be a big burst into the B bomb site. Twist, not sure where he was getting shot from. I think actually Rain wasn't sure where he was getting shot from either. So that's a false start. And this is buying time for the AWP to rotate. Faze don't really have much map control, but if they can get into Pop Dog, then G2 could have problems. And you can see the nervousness from G2. Hunter took a chance there to find out where some players were. And that's going to allow the rest of G2 to have some players rotate back into the B bomb site, but they won't full commit. The AWP is still on A.
They don't want to leave this AWP either. Their AWP, rather. Faze, I mean, they've got one line on the floor here, and kind of using it as bait. You saw that Hunter kind of nibbled at that one and got yanked up into oblivion. Now, It is going to be the quick move out onto the B site. There is a man playing from the spot, however, and that is Nexa. Freebie takes down Rain. Cheeky kill.
And Omenex here with the AWP. Spotted one on the high ground. Now Faze have to be careful. They're giving him opportunities. Carrigan down to 15 HP. This is a 3-on-3. This is very weirdly winnable for G2. Nico creeping as they start to fall back. Faze finds Carrigan, but he just can't land that one bullet that was required. And now they're at a risk of committing deep enough to lose the AWP G2. 2 versus 2, as Jax is still on a Desert Eagle only with no Kevlar. Smoke up high won't last forever. Jax on the bomb, inviting a peek, but Armanek has whiffed at a crucial moment. Down goes Jackson. Armanek has to save now. Damage has been done though. This was essentially an eco of a hero AWP for G2, and they saved the AWP. So that's not too bad a result for them.
Not at all. I think this is actually wonderful as far as G2 are concerned. They managed to inflict quite a bit of damage to Faze. So going to get Faze to spend a lot of that money that they saved up. It's crazy that Nico actually gets that kill long range with a USP. Clever angle, pixel angle, manages to get the shots in, find a kill there. So just keeping Faze honest, but we will get Faze's first tactical timeout getting called. We've had a few timeouts so far, but this is the first time that we're going to get one here called by Faze. And Kerrigan taking advantage of this moment to try and get the troops all lined up, get them on the same page going into this crucial round. Because this is a full buy round on both sides. Amanek able to, he will be able to get full nades behind this as well. He should have full nades in a kit, unless he's trying to save. No, okay, yeah, definitely not.
I think these are the most glasses I've seen on one team.
4 out of 5?
Yeah.
Brokey's young, he'll get there.
What was I told in school? Every 20 minutes look like 20 meters away for 20 seconds or something like that. Never did it, of course.
Yeah, but it certainly makes sense. And that is actually, you can actually regain your eyesight by doing that, by training your eyes, by trying to look at long distance.
Okay.
It takes effort, but you can do it.
I have to use more rifles in rifling school.
Opticians everywhere just hating me for saying that.
Big opening from Armanek. That's exactly what G2 needed. Another very important round. The 13-14 score. And again, crucial, just economy-wise, especially for G2. We can see Rain, Brokey, and Cold have got money in the hole. But they don't want G2 getting to game point. That is a big Molotov. All right then, Carrigan, again, this is what I'm talking about. He knows how to turn up the heat. He can be aggressive as well and just cause massive problems. He's just having fun on this A-bomb site.
Does this prompt the rotation off or not? That smoke going down from Brokey is going to make G2 start to question themselves here. Amanek is holding close to connector though, so he can get through towards that A site quickly to support his teammates. And the other two are just going to stand firm here on the A site. This is going to be a clash. 3-on-3 A take coming in from Faze. They're out of nades. They got to do it dirty.
It's always been the advantage of Faze. Anybody can be a can opener. Quick check of ladder rear by Brokey and a trade frag as the bomb is on the floor now. G2 have all the information, but only Armanek is left. I say only. He's been dangerous with this AWP. Maybe time is on his side. The bomb is just around the corner, but he's got to find a 1v1. Brokey with 2 HP. 20 seconds now. The sound cues are here. Armanek not giving, they're looking for him. They're waiting for him to pick. He's been patient and he's played time very well. Not revealing his position just yet. Trying to catch him off guard. They're focused everywhere but here. Here's the 1v1 he's looking for. Down goes Cole, but where is Brokey? 2 HP. Scoped in, defusing. 2 seconds to go now. Does Brokey peek? Oh my god. In plain sight. No respects. Game point for G2.
Pros don't fake, Bardolph. Pros don't fake. What a play. We're going to get it over again here. Amanek, man, what a hero for his team. Started slow on the map. 23 kills and a massive clutch to put his team up on map point. And that is just a nightmare, and I totally get it. Because what, is he going to go and hunt the 100 places that guy can be hiding? It's retaking A and going into a defuse situation like that is such a nightmare. So just stick it and hope. What a play.
And here they go. Numbers game into the A-bomb site. Completely blind, but so are the CTs, and Rain is angry. The one constant for FaZe Clan. Charging into the A-bomb site here. 22 for 22. Just shy of leading the server. That would be Armanek, who's still alive with the AWP. Man advantage for Faze Clan, and there's a big flank on the way, but will it come in time? Only 3 players remain for G2, including that one flanking, so holding A is going to be hard. Jack's up top with a FAMAS. That's not ideal, but here is Armanek. And now we're down to a 3-on-3 as the bomb is getting planted. Jack somehow still alive. As I say that, he gets dropped. Armanek now heading towards ladder, and Twist seems to be ready for it, but surely at some point he might look towards main, or perhaps not. Now, what is the play here? Next to with the MP9. Not an ideal situation for him. Surely Armanek's doomed if he peeks. Surely there's no way he makes it down here. There's no kit on either of these players. That bomb is fairly ticked as well, so I think this is a save for G2.
There it is. Does manage to find the one, and oh, no way! Another one plus an MP9 kill, 1,200 bucks. He has just enough for an M4 to drop for a buddy if he wants. Going into the last round.
I think it might have been an AWP in main, I'm not sure, but regardless.
That's outrageous.
That gives him just enough money to buy a rifle and be shy of grenades, so there's some quick maths that G2 need to do, and they'll take a timeout to do it, figure out how best to buy in this final round of normal time at the very least. Very back and forth affair in the first half at the very least, but then the CT rounds were strung first by Faze and then by G2, as we can see, but a late resurgence from Faze puts them 1 round away from taking this to overtime.
And time to see if we just fully match up here, 9-6, 9-6, or if we're actually going to get G2 pulling ahead. Looking for this big play, as they are going to be very, very low on money. There isn't going to be a whole lot to work with here on the G2 side of things. And so now, while Faze, so far the change of pace out onto A, that caught G2 by surprise. Feel like the aggression from Faze is working better for them than the slow play. So hoping that Faze, try and keep this up. Could be the time to hit that B side early. Would be extremely amusing if they did, but I don't think it's going to happen. Rain, very quick down pop just to get that space controlled.
There is the exchange. The exchange of wine bottles and incendiaries.
Just waiting the nades out.
Not your classic French wines, more petrol-based.
Yeah, a little bit higher proof. That would be a Californian wine for you.
So we have 2 AWPs on the T side, which can really slow a round down when you've got to look for those entries. But, as you can see, 12-0 had the AK in the hole. So it's back to a normal round. It's the Brazilian special, I like to call it. Double AWPs on the T side. On train as well, very challenging situation. Well, the margin for error is pretty small now for both these teams. We are in the sub-1 minute mark, and there aren't too many grenades left for Faze. I don't know if that flashbang went where it was supposed to, but it's Carragher, so he won't care. Oh, there's the mid-round pop flash. He's going to eat all of that, and that's going to be a free kill for Nico. Never saw that one coming. That's a big kill for G2. Gives them some position as Faze try to make their way into this A-bomb site. 4-on-4, Cole trying to find Nico by Ivy. He's fallen back a little. Armanek still alive just about. I think he got shot in the head through the wall. Bombs on the floor, 20 seconds left, and G2 have the site surrounded. It's going to be really hard to plant this bomb now. 19 seconds. Brokey has to commit at some point. All the teammates are falling, and it looks like at the last hurdle, they won't be able to jump over. G2, 16-14, edge Faze on train.
Unbelievable performance from G2. It looked so good for Faze. It looked like they had a game plan, and they just barely fell short. G2, man, on a force buy as well going into that last round. It's not like they were fully equipped. They were light on nades. They didn't have all the rifles, and yet they still managed to hit all of the shots when it mattered most. Faze, that is going to be a painful loss, because you know that you could have just snaked your opponent's map away. And now going into your map pick, you're going to be deflated. You're going to feel like you just got robbed.
Yeah, very tight game indeed. Just pipped to the post by G2. That's the first map in the bag. Thoughts at the desk after the break.